Welcome to the Pyramyd Insider. I'm Tyler Patner. Today we're going to be taking a follow-up look at the Airforce Texan in 357, looking at some new ammo and making it shoot this, the Air Venturi Airbolt. Let's check it out. So we're here with a bit of an update to the 357 Texan, purely because back when we did our full review in November of 2016, we didn't get the best accuracy out of it, and we got with the folks over at Airforce to figure out why. And with their help, what we found out was that we were actually using basically the wrong diameter ammo. We carry a lot of 356 diameter, 357 9mm ammo, purely because it works best in a lot of the guns we had at the time. The Recluse, some of the Ataman rifles, Evonics as well. So you got 356 diameter, but this Texan really shines with the 358 stuff. So we had to get some 358 ammo. So we have a 67 grain round ball and 190 grain flat point that we're going to take out to 45 yards and see how they do in this Airforce Texan, both power and accuracy. So we're going to head out to the range now and check it out. All right, guys, looking over these accuracy groups at 45 yards out of 357 Texan with this new 358 ammo. Obviously, those round balls basically one hole at 45 yards. This is absolutely phenomenal. And you're talking about 180 foot-pounds out of a round ball, which is pretty damn good, especially for a 35 357 caliber gun. And then the 190 grain slugs, really impressive as well. About a 3/4 inch group for the 3 shots that we took, and a 288 foot-pounds of energy power coming out of this gun with those bullets. Definitely going to be the option for you long-range shooters or you hunters out there. This is going to do really well. So I told you guys at the beginning of the video that we were going to show you how to use the 35 caliber air bolts in the 357 Texan. Now right now, as it sits with the 34-inch barrel, these are not going to fit far enough down the barrel because of this guy, the threaded adapter here, that actually hits the crown of the muzzle and doesn't allow you to push it in any further. And we really need to get it further back to see the full potential of this. So right now in the 34-inch barrel, this is only shooting about 200 feet per second. Obviously not good enough to do anything serious with. So our friends at Airforce made us a 24-inch barrel that drops right into the 35 357 caliber Texan and is going to allow us to use the air bolts. So the question really is, A, is this still as accurate as the 34-inch barrel with slugs? How accurate is it with the air bolts, and how much power is it putting out with both? So we're going to show you how to install this and then head out to the range and see how it does. So this is really easy to do, guys. First thing we're going to do, go ahead and open our bolt. That way we can see the end of the barrel here. And then take the gun, flip it on over. Really all this is just removing a couple screws. So we have a 3/32 Allen wrench here. We're just going to go ahead and start at the front. Remove these screws here. Now this front one you don't have to loosen all the way, but we do want to get the end cap off, and it's just easier to take them out. So we take that end cap off, and now we get to work on the screws that actually retain the barrel. There are 8 barrel retention screws that we need to remove, so let's get to it. All right, this is our 8th and final screw here, and once we get it out, we are just simply going to pull the barrel right on out, and it releases very easily. All right, so now we have a barrel-less frame, basically. So we're going to take our 24-inch barrel, and you notice we got a couple threaded points here, and this is actually exactly going to line up with our holes that are on the frame to allow us to mount this barrel properly. So take the barrel, slide her on into the frame. All right, so once you make sure you got everything aligned, we're going to watch the barrel actually come through right at the back and match up with our valve here in just a second. Perfect there. Now we're just going to rotate ever so slightly to make sure that our holes are matching up with the open slots here in the frame itself. So now that we have everything aligned, we can go ahead and reinstall our screws. Last thing to do is put our end cap in and put our retention screw on for that. I haven't actually cinched up these screws as tight as they'll go, purely because I want to make sure everything fits okay first. So now that I know I have everything fit properly, now I'm going to go ahead and give those a last little tightening. All right, guys, so now that we have the barrel installed, you can see obviously a much shorter profiled gun, basically the same length as like a Condor SS. Let's head out to the range, test some air bolts in it, and test the slugs, see what we're doing. All right, guys, so talking about our accuracy and our velocity results here for the 24-inch barrel on our Texan SBR, if you will. The round ball is obviously still very, very good group out of those guys at 45 yards, basically like 3/4 of an inch, and you're talking about 162 foot-pounds, so about 1,050 feet per second. A little bit of a drop-off, but not too dramatic. Where we saw it the most, though, obviously the 190 grainers, 100 foot per second drop-off, coming in at about 750 feet per second. So you're reducing your energy to about 230 from about 280, 290 foot-pounds, but still plenty of power in that 357 caliber. In case you didn't catch that, that second air bolt went right through our target. All right, guys, and looking at our air bolt here at 30 yards, 3 shots, about 1.25 inch group, around 550 feet per second, just as fast as any other gun we've got, maybe a little bit faster even. And you're talking about 245 plus foot-pounds out of that air bolt in 35 cal in this short barrel Texan. That is a lot of power. Now, that said, I do want to show you guys real quick how to install a broadhead onto this setup, because you actually can, which is a really neat feature on this short barrel Texan, so let's check it out. All right, guys, so to put a broadhead on this guy, you're going to want to stop short when you load that air bolt in initially, and then take the field tip out. So really easy to do. You just unscrew it there, and then we're going to very carefully, we got these G5 broadheads, fixed blade. You can use a mechanical as well, and just place it in there. Obviously, that's the part you want to be most careful of so you don't cut yourself. Then you get one of these Air Venturi broadhead wrenches. It'll work with just about any broadhead that I've seen at this point at least. Go ahead, place it on there, and then you just screw it in. Very, very easy to do. Then once it's nice and tight, we go ahead, take our broadhead wrench, leave it on top there, and just go ahead and push it on down until that insert, that aluminum insert, is seated at the crown of the barrel. And then we're ready to go, and you got one badass looking hunting rig going here. Oof, I would hate to be the animal on the other end of that thing. All right, guys, that about wraps it up today for the 357 Texan Part 2. Obviously, the short barrel's got a lot of merit to it. If you're looking for more compact big bore hunter, you're still looking at 230 plus foot-pounds out of those 190 grain slugs. And in reality, you're only losing about 100 feet per second, even with the 67 grain round balls in comparison to the 34-inch barrel. So for a 10-inch difference in the overall length of the gun, actually not too bad in my opinion, and obviously the ability to use the air bolts makes this a badass hunting tool. So definitely one to check out next time you guys are on pyramydair.com. If you liked what you saw in today's video, guys, hit us with that like button down below. Comment, tell us what you thought about this or what you guys want to see next time, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm Tyler Patner for The Insider. We'll see you guys at the next one.